Hello? Can't hear you.
Me.
That's better.
Evening, everyone. Welcome to the first session of 2022. We've got 12 weeks of this, and they're not particularly progressive because we tend to jump around and do things to try and make them interesting and keep you entertained and keep you on your toes, and provide some different types of cycling experience as far as we can out of an office, in a room, in the dark. So obviously, to start with, most of you were here last time with me for a while, so we'll start by warming up because that's something that we always need to do, and it's really good for all of our body. Our legs don't like being asked to suddenly work really hard when they're cold, so we need to warm them up, get the muscles started to work, open up the blood vessels. That allows you to have more blood. It allows you to have more oxygen going to your muscles, and also your cardio system, your heart and your lungs. They appreciate being warmed up. There is a beautiful mountain bike ride I do sometimes with a friend, but it starts with like a 1 in 4 hill for about 20 minutes. And if I haven't been able to warm up first, it absolutely slaughters me. So I would like you to come back next week. So we're not going to slaughter you. We are going to warm up. And some of you are also in garages, which are cold at the moment, which is another reason we need to warm up, because trying to work quite hard when your muscles are very cold can lead to some injuries sometimes. So I'm going to set a timer and we're going to go nice and easy for 2 minutes. So you start doing that now, and then we're going to do 2 minutes medium, 2 minutes hard, and then we're going to repeat it. So you're starting off with 2 minutes, nice, easy pedaling with a very easy resistance. Now, those that know me before will know that easy pedaling doesn't mean slow. It means that you've got a nice, easy gear, very light resistance, so your legs can go around with very little resistance, very little pushing needed, and that they're going around fairly fast. People will remember we talked about cadence. Cadence is the number of times in a minute that you do one pedal revolution. You do a pedal revolution. So cadence can vary anything from about 40 going up a really steep hill, which is really bad for your knees, through to probably 70, 80, which a lot of people cycle at, to 90, which is a really good, nice cadence to hold. And then when you're practicing, people can go right up to sometimes nudging 200, which is phenomenal. I can't get anywhere near that. Today, later on, we're going to try and get up to about 110 revolutions a minute, and I have a metronome, so hopefully you will be able to pick up the beat. But to start with, do what feels reasonably comfortable, but remember to try and keep a reasonable pace. And just in a few seconds, just make that resistance a little bit harder. And keep your cadence quite high, so your legs are still going around fairly fast. That's looking nice. Remember, we want a nice relaxed body position. So our shoulders, our back should be straight, and we're bending forward if you're on a real shape bicycle rather than an exercise bike. Bending forward from your hips so that your back is straight, your shoulder blades and shoulders are down away from your ears, and you've got a slight bend in your arms, so your arms aren't locked out. There's a slight bend and you're quite relaxed on them. Looking nice. So this has probably taken a few of you back in time. Another minute like this. And what I want to do is ask everyone something nice about their Christmas time, but we can't do that because everybody's muted. So maybe afterwards. Another minute or so like this. I was incredibly fortunate at Christmas. We had people come from Liverpool, Loughborough, Cardiff, Northumberland, and everybody got here. Nobody brought COVID with them. And my mum, who's 83, managed to come and stay and go home and stay well. So that was a huge success. We ate lots of chocolate. We watched lots of films. And that was the highlights. And we went out for afternoon tea, which was delicious. So I've got a bit of work to do now, having spent 2 weeks doing that. In a few seconds, you've done 2 minutes of medium, so you just want to nudge your resistance up a little bit again, keeping that cadence. Remember that most of your energy wants to be going from your hips down into your legs and into your pedals, and we want as little body movement on from your hips upwards as possible. So your upper body should be quite still, core turned on to hold you still, and all your effort going downwards. Because I know now that Vision of Adventure have put out their courses for the summer. So I'm hoping that some of you guys are lining up for some of them. That's one good reason to be here. And I know that at least one, if not more, have got triathlons on the horizon. So that's really good. And I think you just need lots of options at the minute, because some of them probably looking at life might not happen. So you've just got to have reserve plans. Okay, we've got about another half a minute till we go back to being easy. And I'm going to turn the metronome on. So, because to start with, legs don't particularly like going round that fast. But now they've had 6 minutes or so to warm up. Hopefully, they won't mind. Okay, back down to nice and easy. So less resistance, but still want to be going at 90. Now, I might have changed my computer setup. Emily, can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear that? Excellent, thank you. So I'm assuming that means everybody else can hear it. Every time you hear a click, one foot should be going down. Click. And if you're picking a foot, if you're putting, say, your right foot down every time you hear the click, do that for a bit and then swap to your other foot. So if you're trying to link the sound with one particular foot, or otherwise you end up putting more weight through one side of your body than the other, and you end up lopsided. Can't be having that. Brilliant. Steve, you and I've got a particularly great picture of your bike with your legs, showing your legs going to that cadence perfectly. Everyone else, I tend to have top. Apart from Dave, I can see your knees really well. Brilliant. So leave that on for now, and we're going to go up into a medium again. So medium resistance, but keep this beat. And hopefully you're beginning to feel a little bit warmer. So you've stopped shivering, those in the outhouses, even though your coats and hats haven't come off. Oh, there's a sweatshirt coming off. It's working. Now that was clever. Managed to take a sweatshirt off and leave a baseball hat on. I'm impressed. I'm not sure if Dave's frozen or if he's having a rest. Yeah, thumbs up there, that's good. Okay, you've got another minute at medium. Now remember that you've got another level to go up to hard. Nice, looking smooth. Okay, resistance up and going into 2 minutes of hard. So same pace of turnover, same cadence, but more resistance. Lovely. And just as a reminder, while we're on here, there is strength and conditioning tomorrow night with Paddy. And that is a brilliant thing to do to support any kind of fitness aspirations you have. It makes you stronger, it makes you more resilient, it makes you more injury resistant. It's really good. I did some today. Possibly wasn't my wisest move to then go and do what we call killer Pilates. So I'm feeling a little bit tired now. That's lovely. You're in your last minute. And then we're going to go to our first block of work, and we're going to do 4 sets of 2 minutes of medium hard and 30 seconds of sprinting. And then you get a little rest. So there's a little bit about pacing. So we're now going for 2 minutes, medium hard, starting now. Same cadence. And at the end of the 2 minutes, you do 30 seconds sprint. So that's absolutely flat out. And then we have 30 seconds of doing stuff real easy. So I'll put this on for the, metronome on for the minute. When we get to the sprint, your cadence needs to be really fast. It doesn't matter what it is, but in order to sprint well, you need to be well over 90 if you can. So that's your 90 again. Another minute. Now this kind of medium hard, just holding an effort is really good for building that longer term strength, being able to hold going up a hill, or hold on the flat when you're trying to catch somebody. Doing it in blocks gives your body a chance to build up because you get a little bit of recovery, then you do it again. And it's easier to absorb than if you just sat there and did, I don't know, 15 minutes of medium hard without stopping. It's also possibly slightly more interesting. Okay, 10 seconds to go, and then we'll go for that 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sprint for 30 seconds. Fantastic. Brilliant efforts going on there. 10 seconds down. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, 1, relax. 30 seconds of easy pedaling until we go again. So it doesn't matter about your cadence. Just do what you need to do to get yourselves back together. And yep, moving around the bike is a good idea. You might want to stand up. You might want to roll your shoulders. Anything like that. You've got 5 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into your next 2 minutes of medium hard work. Well done. Remember to count that beat. So every time you're here, one leg, the same leg should have gone round the whole way around. Be back at the top. Another minute to go. Now, you know how long 30 seconds feels like now. So when you've got your 30-second sprint, you kind of know how to pace it maybe. Lovely, 10 seconds to go. And then you're on sprint land. 3, 2, 1, sprint. Oh, well done. There's some brilliant efforts there. Fantastic. You've only got 10 seconds left. Really great. 3, 2, 1, and just take 30 seconds rest. Halfway through this block. Ten seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. There you are. Next 2 minutes of medium hard. Great job. Over halfway through this little block, because you're on number 3. Nice, another minute. Well done. Okay, coming up for 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, sprint for 30 seconds. Excellent, lovely, Teresa. It's brilliant. Well done, Liz. Steve's legs are flying. Katie, I hope you're not doing this. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds rest. Grab a quick drink if you need one. You're going into your last set of this. Ten seconds left. How does this 30 seconds go so quick and the other one so slow? 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Last 2 minutes of medium. Good. Teresa, that looks like your legs are going round faster now. That looks nice. But I can only see kind of from your elbows upwards. But I'll take a guess from your body action. Lovely. Another minute. And then we're on our last sprint. A little bit longer before we get there. Almost at the end of this. Ten seconds to go. 5, 3, 2, 1, and sprint. The last 30 seconds. This is the last sprint of the night. There's various other things, but nice one, Dave. Brilliant. Oh, well done, everyone. Halfway through. Fantastic efforts. 5. Keep it going right till the end. 3, 2, 1. Now you've got a minute rest now. So that is time to move around. Sure you have a drink. Stand up on your pedals if you need to. Move your backside. Because you're more likely to get saddle sores riding indoors because you don't move and there's no airflow and you get sweatier than you do outside. So a bit of moving around is always good. And then we're going to do just 2 minutes of medium and then 30 seconds rest before we start quite a hard 12 minutes of standing cycling and working hard. So this 2 minutes of medium, you can choose what to do with it. To work at the same medium pace if you wish. If you think the next bit's going to be quite hard and you want a bit of a rest, then just take it easy. So we're going 3, 2, 1, go. Into 2 minutes medium, should you choose. The next pyramid is 1 minute standing, 1 minute hard work, sitting, 1 minute standing, 1 minute hard work, 1 minute rest, repeat 3 times. And that will be the block of hard work. When you get to the end of that, the rest of the session is easier. Yay. It's like nobody's taken the opt-out option. I like it. We've got another minute. Half a minute left for this block of medium. Three, two, one. And take your 30 seconds rest if you want it. In fact, I would recommend it. Okay, nearly up. We're going to do 1 minute of standing in 10 seconds time. 3, 2, 1, and stand up. Now this is quite hard. Or I think it's quite hard, but last year you guys were like cruising it. So we want to try and make sure that the effort goes through our legs and we're not hanging on frantically and pulling with our arms. So again, as much power as we can get, we want to go through our legs. And you're all looking amazing. Now alter your resistance to whatever you want. Absolutely brilliant. You've got 15 seconds left. Okay, 5 seconds. So back on your seats. 3, 2, 1. Hard resistance. About 90 cadence, but really working. Now you've got 4 minutes work before you get a rest. So these aren't particularly easy little steps, these. Halfway through this, well done. 30 seconds left of working really hard. Fifteen seconds left to go. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and swap to standing. You've got another minute of standing. Amazing. I'm glad if I ever tandem with you guys, I'll be in the front. All this power that's going to be put through from the back. Brilliant. 15 seconds left. Doing fantastically. 5, and then we go back to working really hard. 3, 2, 1. 1 minute of this and you get 1 minute's rest. Excellent. Remember, push really hard over the top of the pedals. Keep the cadence quite quick or you start putting a lot of stress through your knees. And if you push forward across the top of that pedal stroke, you're almost like kicking into a snow slope. That will give you more drive to take it down the other side. I'll put more power through. 10 seconds left. 5, 3, 2, 1. Minutes rest. So that's one of 3 of that set. So they're only 4 minutes long. Quite a hard 4 minutes, I think. And yes, looking at some people's faces or body positions. And you've done about 40 minutes, so there can't be that much pain left in the last 20 because we have to cool down. So this is a mixture of reasons. You've got 15 seconds of rest left. So if you want a drink, make sure you've had one. We've got 10 seconds before we go to standing up again. 3, 2, 1, and standing. Definitely to do with different types of bikes, I think. Lovely. Now this is really hard. Most people would find this harder on the quads than the glutes. And we should, when we're sitting in cycling, be recruiting our glutes as well, which are a huge muscle that are often neglected. But this is very, very quad dominant. When you stand up, you use 10% more energy than when you go up a hill sitting down. So it's great for a little odd spurt, but if you're riding a tandem, it's really hard to do. And if you stand up a lot and you're riding a long day, it's a bit of a waste of energy. You've got 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 1 minute hard. And the 1 minute hard should be pretty hard on all of your muscles that you're using to power the bike. So you should be able to feel your glutes as well as your quads. And this whole combination will just be creating fatigue at the minute, but hopefully strength so that when you're going up those hills, you've got a bit more to work with. Some people can stand on tandems. I'm not one of them. Dave Corso, can you stand going uphill on a tandem? Thumb up or thumb down? I can't see that thumb. I have to bring it a thumb down. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Okay, 15 seconds to go after all that. And we go back to standing. 3, 2, 1, and stand. Excellent. Great jobs. Less than half a minute left. Over halfway. "15 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and back to working hard for the last minute of this block. Now this bit's easier to cheat. I can see if you're standing up or not, but I can't see whether you're working hard or not. If you can't keep your cadence relatively high, then drop your resistance. Oh, only 10 seconds left. Three, 2, 1. A minute's rest before we do all that again. So make the most of it. So stretch, stop, stand up, move around. Try and keep some movement going just so that your circulation is still clearing all that rubbish and lactate that you've just generated. And if it's really slow, that's perfect. Nice, easy resistance. So you've only got 20 seconds left. Now there's 2 more of these, so think about your pacing on them. There's not much getting away from the standing, but you can make the hard bit easier if you need to. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back to 1 minute stand. Brilliant. This is your last set of these. You've got 4 minutes. In fact, 3 minutes, 45 seconds of hard graft. And then there is about another 10 minutes, but it's not about working hard at that point. So use this one halfway through. "15 seconds left. Three, 2, 1. Sit down, power on. 90 cadence, but a lot of effort. So this is almost like good time trial, racing practice in a way. You locked your form in, so you're sitting tight. There's not much movement up top. You're really working your legs, really pushing them over the top of the stroke. 30 seconds left. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Your last stand up. Well done. Well held, people. Yeah, I definitely need to practice this myself if I'm going to get up any hills in the summer at all. Less than half a minute to go. Fifteen seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Minute rest. Sorry, I missed the last one of hard. So you can take your choice. You can have 2 minutes rest or you can do the last minute hard. And I can see some people going for it. If you're resting, try and keep your legs moving. Just nice and easy. Well done, Liz and Dave. Hey, Steve and Katie, I can't see, so I can't really say that much, but I'm really glad you're there, and I'm sure you, Katie, I hope you're not working. Steve, I'm sure you are. Okay, last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now definitely take a minute's rest. And then the last bit, we're just going to do a little bit of cadence work. So we've been working to the beat at about 90. And we're going to take it up to, or try and take it up to 110. And you can have quite a light resistance. So it's not about having loads of resistance on and working really powerfully. It's about allowing your legs to turn over very quickly. And this bit's more about just holding form and practicing technique when you're tired. So you've got 10 seconds left. Going to start with, if you want, 1 minute medium. If you want to keep going easy, you can, obviously. I'm going to do 1 minute at 110, 1 minute medium, 1 minute at 110, and then repeat. So now it should be cadence 90, medium at effort level. Half a minute gone already. Going to put the cadence up. Okay, a minute at this cadence. Quite a lot faster. We're not looking for huge power. Lovely, some great legs. We're just looking for that fluidity. And while we're doing it, we want to have that back fairly straight, head up, looking ahead, arms relaxed. So we're still holding good form, even though we're doing something slightly different. Ten seconds left. A minute of medium normal. So back to 90. Oh, that feels so, listen, sounds so slow. Medium resistance. Ten seconds until we go back to 110. And we're on that now. Excellent. Half a minute left. Ten seconds, and then we're just going to repeat this once more. So it's 4 more minutes. 3, 2, 1. Back to medium. So that always feels really odd when you come off the fast one and you go back to what is normally quite fast, and suddenly it feels a lot slower and hopefully reasonably okay. And that's nearly a minute. You've only got 10 seconds. And we're back to that lovely fast one. A minute's worth of it. Fantastic. Brilliant fast legs going on. 10 seconds left. And back to 90 at medium. This is your last one. One minute at medium and 1 minute at 110. And then we're in cool down. I like the fact we've still got legs going round at that cadence. That's excellent. I think the issue this summer might be stokers going to their pilots. You've got to turn your feet round faster. Three, two, one, and back to the fast one. This is your last minute and then we're on cool down. So try your very best to stick to it. Well done, Teresa. Love it, Dave. Look at that. Nice one, Liz. You can see the curls bobbing. Yay. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Nice, easy resistance. And we're now going to cool down. So for the next 5 minutes, stay on your bikes, keep your legs moving, take in some fluid, and just go nice and easy, gradually lessening the resistance and allowing your system. What we want is it to return to homeostasis. We want your heart rate to come down, your temperature to level out a bit, your blood vessels to constrict back to normal around your legs. You probably won't manage that straight away, but start. And we want a lot of the lactate that you've generated to be cleared. And lactate's turned back into glucose, so it's pretty good stuff, really. But you will be far less stiff if you cool down after things. If you've ever done a big bike ride and got into somebody's car and been driven home and then got out, and it's like, oh my gosh, because you haven't had that cool down stretch period. So officially, I'll say thank you very much for the first session of 2022. I look forward to the others. And perhaps Dave might take most of us on off mute and we can stop recording.